Today's episode is all about making a smart garden, from lighting to robo-mowers to motion sensors. But the main focus today is about breaking the myth that Philips Hue is the only outdoor lighting option. Because there are two things that Philips Hue users like to say on the internet. The first one is, "It just works!" But the more important thing Philips Hue users have been saying to me recently is this. "Philips Hue is the only option for gardens, though, isn't it? Philips Hue is the only option for gardens. Philips Hue is the only option for gardens." Where do you people shop? The Philips Hue Emporium for Philips Hue products that only Philips Hue owners will buy? Thanks to Govee for sponsoring today's video and for sending me their enormous range of outdoor garden lighting products. We've got ground spike spotlights, LED string lights, neon rope lights, and path lights. And you have got to see what I have done with my garden with these things. It is awesome. All of these devices are IP65 waterproof or above and come with a power supply relevant to your country. Unless you're a YouTuber in the UK. The setup process for all of these devices is just as easy as Philips Hue, because it's basically just a case of hitting a plus button and then being very surprised by how very, very easy it all is. Hello. That was easy. And then being very surprised at your newfound blindness. Will that work? Holy! Without the Govee lights, this is just a garden. With the Govee lights, it's a party. And if I've done my job correctly, then now follow some upbeat YouTube music. TikTok. Kids made me do this. Govee's lights are probably the most malleable on the market when it comes to setting different colours and scenes. I'm a big fan of colourful lights, but I do like the option of grown-up mode too. And these lights are perfect for both your inner child and for doing a bit of adulting. Do the kids still say adulting? TikTok. Because I like my smart home stuff though, I've also set the lights to go red if motion is detected in the middle of the night to scare the crap out of burglars. Because I've got these things connected to Home Assistant, I can therefore trigger them when my EasyViz camera sees motion. Get out of my garden, you slag! But you could just as easily do this using an Alexa routine and an IKEA motion sensor, because believe it or not, the IKEA motion sensors are waterproof. You can trigger these lights using Alexa and Google Home routines, but also use your voice just like this. Preposterous garden party time.
Okay.
I've been told that apparently filming episodes on the fly makes them more authentic, so this next part of the episode was filmed entirely on the fly. Sorry about that. Did that joke last week. So it's just like all Govee products, you've got the ability to set the brightness up and down. You've got the options to choose from a microphone, which will play music type scenes. You've got the option to set solid colors, which can be anything from greens to reds. And you can set these on individual or select all. So I set them all to red, or I can just set those ones to green, and I can change the brightness of just individual, or I can set the brightness of all of them. I can also choose different colors and also set cool white and warm white. You've also then got the options for scenes, which is rainbow effect going on right there. And these are all the kinds of scenes that you get for all of Govee lights. So if you're familiar with Govee lights, you'll be familiar with all these different scenes. And then you've got DIY mode, where you can create your own scenes. These are scenes I've created for other Govee lighting products, and I can just select them in here and it will mirror them. It just works! If you're not subscribed already, just do me a huge favour and just press that button and give it a thumbs up, because the YouTube algorithm is killing mid-sized creators. I do this for a living, and without you guys, there is no living. On with the show. This is a ROBOMOWER from ECOFLOW, and it not only mows your lawn, but it combs it too. My mate Shane Watley has given it a full review on his channel, but it's basically nearly 3 grand's worth of pure sex. If you have a special relationship with your RoboVac, then you will love this thing. I haven't yet tried one, but I'm sure ECOFLOW will see this video alongside all of the social media posts that I've sent them and send me one. ECOFLOW, send me a ROBOMOWER. I'll link Shane's review in the description, and you should absolutely go and subscribe to him because he is an awesome dude who produces wicked content. Another thing worth noting is that you can turn ordinary light fixtures smart simply by getting a smart bulb and plugging it in. This particular light fixture I've got here in my garden has a Lifex bulb in it, and it has survived 2 winters in the UK. Might vary for you, obviously it depends on where you live and how cold it gets and the operating temperatures of the bulb that you select. My Lifex bulb has worked through the UK for 2 full years. Similarly, these string lights at the back of my garden are dumb too. Almost as dumb as Jeff Bezos' new show, Not Enough Yachts.
Hi, I'm Jeff Bezos, and I'm here in Bridport. Welcome back to Not Enough Yachts. Not enough yachts.
And my string lights are just connected to a ZIGBEE plug socket that is secured in a weatherproof box, and I shall link both in the description. Go and check down there and you can buy them. Finally, go check out my mate Reed from Smart Home Solver. His video has an awesome bunch of stuff in it, including door sensors that turn his lights on, doggy doors that turn his lights on, and a whole bunch of other very cool ideas. I shall link that video in the description too. To wrap this video up, let's talk about some of the considerations I have for the Govee lights. In each case, I think that the cord is a little bit too short between the power supply and the first light in the chain. You can easily extend these things, of course, but I just don't want to. In a similar vein, if you buy a 4-pack of floodlights, you might expect 4 entirely independent lights, but actually they're daisy-chained to one power supply. This is preferable for me personally because I don't want loads of plugs connected to loads of sockets. 1 plug, 4 lights is awesome. You might feel differently if you plan to put these lights on opposite ends of the garden, because obviously the cable isn't going to be long enough to do that. That's one limitation you might want to consider. And finally, as of time of filming, there is no Apple HomeKit support and there is no Matter support for any of these lights. However, there is LAN control for all but one of the lights if you're a Home Assistant fan. The only set of lights that don't have native local control for Home Assistant by ticking a little LAN button in the settings is the kind of twinkly lights that sit under the eaves of your house. I haven't included them in my demonstration because I don't have a ladder that tall. These lights are awesome, but they are not locally controllable. They require the Govee cloud. It goes without saying that these lights require a good Wi-Fi connection in your garden, but these lights have been entirely flawless for me at a range of about 47 feet from my my wireless access point, which is absolutely brilliant. As usual, there are links in my description if you want to pick up any of these lights. In the meantime, these incredible people running up your screen are my patrons from Patreon, and without them, this video would not exist. I would still be in a call center. If you want to be one of those incredible people, you can do that at either Patreon or buy me a one-off beer at PayPal, and either way, I'll genuinely love you forever. These are my social medias, my Facebooks, my Twitters, my Instagrams, and my TikToks too. See you next Saturday.
Philips Hue is the only option for gardens! Philips Hue is the only option